Ever pondered why that slice of chocolate cake feels so irresistible? Or why the thrill of a roller coaster ride just never gets old? Questions like these often leave us wondering about the striking attributes of human nature. The fascinating revelations defy any patterns, leaving us in awe of the complexity of human behavior. Treading through the intricate mysteries of our existence, one might pause to consider where the answer to these queries lies. Is it in the recesses of our soul, or perhaps in the collective consciousness of our species? The truth, as it happens, is hidden deep within the physiological aspects of our being. The answer lies deep within the intricate labyrinth of the human brain and a tiny molecule called dopamine. The human brain is a marvel of nature. It's not just an organ, but an intricately woven city bustling with activity. Picture it as a metropolis teeming with billions of neurons or nerve cells that are constantly in a state of frenzied communication. These nerve cells talk, chat, argue, and perhaps even gossip, just like the residents of a lively city. This city, though silent to our ears, is abuzz with noise. It's teeming with billions of neurons or nerve cells that communicate with each other using chemical messengers known as neurotransmitters. Each neurotransmitter plays a specific role, just like every citizen has a unique job in a city. They are like different languages spoken by neurons to pass on specific messages. In this bustling city, among the multitude of messages being passed around, one particular language stands out. It's a language that has the power to motivate, to inspire, to make us strive for more. It is the language of dopamine, the star of our story. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter in our brain, is responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward. Imagine this molecule as a postman delivering parcels of joy. When you do something enjoyable, like eating that slice of chocolate cake or riding a roller coaster, your brain releases dopamine. This tiny molecule then embarks on a journey across the cityscape of your brain, delivering its message of pleasure and reward to different areas. Along this journey, dopamine visits different neighborhoods, touches upon various landmarks, and spreads its joyous message. The dopamine surge is like a town crier proclaiming a tale of pleasure and reward throughout the city. This message is not merely passed along, it echoes through the streets, influencing the mood and behavior of the city's denizens. It transforms the city's ethos, making it vibrant and alive with a sense of joy and satisfaction. This process is not just a one-time event. Each time dopamine traverses the city, it leaves an indelible mark, a memory of pleasure. It creates a pathway, a blueprint of joy that the city remembers. This memory guides the city's future actions, subtly nudging it towards activities that result in the release of dopamine. This is how the city evolves and adapts, always seeking experiences that bring pleasure and reward. When the dopamine surge subsides, the city of our brain returns to its normal state. But the memory of pleasure and the desire for the dopamine-induced reward remain. It's like a sweet melody that lingers in your mind long after the music has stopped. The impression remains, influencing your decisions, pushing you towards actions that will result in that dopamine surge again. This is why we repeatedly seek out activities that give us pleasure, why we strive to replicate experiences that make us feel good. It's not just about the reward, it's about the memories, the pathway that dopamine has created. We are conditioned to seek out these experiences to try and rekindle that dopamine-induced joy. The dopamine surge makes you feel good, and your brain takes note, remembering what you did to get this reward. We become dopamine addicts, destined to repeat the activities that give us a high, that release the flood of dopamine, that make us feel truly and utterly alive. And so, the dance of dopamine continues, shaping our desires, guiding our actions, and influencing our very existence. This incredible journey, from the thrill of a roller coaster ride to the irresistible allure of a chocolate cake, all comes down to one tiny molecule: dopamine. A molecule that rules our lives, shapes our behavior, and makes us who we are. A molecule that ensures we continue to seek pleasure, to strive for rewards, and to enjoy the beautiful journey of life. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for that slice of chocolate cake or getting on that roller coaster, remember it's the dopamine working its magic, guiding you on this delightful journey of pleasure and reward. However, dopamine isn't just about pleasure, it's also a key player in learning, memory, and even motor control. It's like a multitasking city official, overseeing various departments and ensuring everything runs smoothly. But like any official, dopamine can also be a double-edged sword. Too little of it and your motivation dwindles. You may struggle to find joy in things you once loved, a common symptom in conditions like depression. On the other hand, too much dopamine or an overstimulation of its receptors can lead to addiction. It's as if the city becomes overly dependent on one official, creating an imbalance in its operations. In essence, dopamine plays a crucial role in how we experience pleasure and reward. It's a key part of our brain's reward system, motivating us to repeat behaviors that make us feel good. But it's also involved in many other functions, from learning and memory to motor control. And while it can bring joy and motivation, an imbalance in dopamine can lead to problems like addiction or depression. So, the next time you feel the irresistible pull towards that slice of chocolate cake or the thrill of a roller coaster ride, remember it's your brain's dopamine at work, motivating you to seek out these rewarding experiences. But also remember, balance is key. Just like in a bustling city, every official, every neurotransmitter has a role to play for everything to function smoothly. The magic lies in the balance, in the harmony of all these elements working together.